everybody. Welcome back to Tango Talks. This is Wayne Hessler Mondor, a.k.a. Tango, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host,
Angela.
We apologize. We took a little hiatus here. Angela wasn't feeling so good, so we took a little vacation. It was nice weather and sunshine, so hey, why not? But we're back again, and today is the 17th of June already, and we are on episode 9. So today we're going to talk about gardening, and it's one thing that Angela and I are very, very adamant about.
Yeah, we got a passion for gardening.
We sure do. Even though she likes to steal my plants and ideas, it's okay.
I do.
Because I love her. So.
Well, we share. We
do
plants.
share. We do. Oh yeah, I remember we were going back and forth with buckets of
coneflowers,
and irises.
The irises.
But anyways, let's start it off. And Angela, if you want to get us going.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking about. So far it's not been the best summer for us here in happy New York State. We've had a lot of wet weather, but
happy. We really put happy in front of New York State.
Well, I was trying to have a positive spin on it.
I'll give you that.
But one of the things I was thinking about, and I'm really always very passionate about, and I think I've told you this before, is my compost pile. How I had my husband actually set it up into 3 different bays.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought that was something that we talked about.
No, but I find that interesting because we tried composting. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to move my microphone. It's going to make some noise. I just I'm trying to find a comfortable position here in our new digs here without not looking at my co-host. My microphone was on the other side. I'm staring at the wall. I'm trying to talk to her. But yeah, we tried doing a compost years ago. It was one of those rotating bin things.
Oh yeah.
And it actually worked great until we threw in too many grass clippings.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I'm done with this. Sell it.
Yeah. Those are great, but you really have to, after the first year of composting that, you really have to empty that out and put it to the side because it's still not ready for you to use the next year. But the best thing to do is have 3 or 4 different bays so that you could, or 3 or 4 different piles. It doesn't have to be a bay, but I like organization. So
we're not saying it's OCD. It's just organization.
That's right.
That's what I say at work at my desk too. Right. It's not OCD. It's organized.
It's organized. So I had Joe actually set up the compost pile with pallets. So I have 3
smart.
Stalls made. And the first year we started with it, you throw everything in your compost pile. You can put leaves, you can put, dirt from the garden the year prior. You can.
You don't you want kind of some dirt in there to help help break it down?
Yep.
I think that was a problem with our compost is that the grass was just too wet.
Yeah.
We wanted the grass in there for the nitrogen to return that, but you can't use fresh grass clippings, a lot of them.
Right.
I mean, we should have set, like you're doing, we should have set them in a separate pile, let them dry out a little bit, then
you
integrate.
can put them in. Yeah. Because you can always put that in with a couple shovels full of dirt or whatever. So technically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to dig out a hole, and then you start with the dirt that's already in the ground. And then you put in your eggshells and coffee grounds and peelings and anything of that nature. Some people like to put in chicken bones.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Scraps of meat and stuff like that. I don't do that because that wigs me out.
Yeah, see, the bones don't bother me too much if they're going to break down.
Yeah.
You almost want to get some kind of grinder to use for the bone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're not throwing a whole bone out there. You got more of a breakdown. But I would never throw meat in there. That just seems like it would just attract way too many things that you don't want.
Yeah. And that's, sometimes it's good to have some pests in there. For example, worms. You want to see your earthworms growing up through there because they break down all of your waste very quickly. So you take the dirt on the ground that you start with, and then you do a layer of your peelings and whatever, and then you add more dirt or your clippings or whatever you want. And then it's always like whatever you're adding to your compost, and then more dirt, and then compost material, then more dirt, so that it builds up.
No, there's you can almost put anything in it, right?
Yeah.
Other than like you said, we get skeeved up by the meat.
Right. Because there's been a lot of books that I've read too that they like homesteading books that they say go ahead and do that. Add your like chicken carcasses and things like that. And I don't.
We have koi dogs.
Yeah. First of all, I don't want to invite those kind of pests to the to the area. But second of all, you don't really know what's in that stuff afterwards, and there's things like
it's okay for us to eat it, but not give it to our plants.
Right. Don't give it to our plants, because as it's decomposing, it's not cooked, it's not anything. Don't eat that. So, but and then the reason for the 3 bins is at the end of your year that you've been composting, now you want to start your new compost, so that at the end of the garden year, you would start a new compost. And then you go for like 3 years, but you're not using any of the compost until you get to your 3rd year. You should be ready to use your 1st year.
Oh, okay. So now I get it. So you've got 3 going, so that by the time technically the first one is ready to go, you've got that for that year, but then you've got the other one that's going to be for the next year, and you just keep changing over.
Yeah. So
I
if
totally
you could
fucked
go
that
through,
up. Because I get to the 4th year, it's like,
how many am I supposed
which one do I go to? I'd have to have like a red flag that I can move around, go like, you're next.
Yeah. But the compost is really great. I mean, I think it's awesome to get your your new garden up and running for the year, because you really do have to replenish the nutrients in the soil. I personally do all raised beds for my vegetables and even my flowers and stuff. Everything's in a raised bed. I don't put a lot of stuff in the actual ground. There's some bulbs that we have, and
but don't you guys don't you do the whole like bucket in the ground for your bulbs?
Yes, I do.
They're protected.
Yep. That was just an ancient secret from my mom.
Unlike me, who in the spring is like, mother, where did my tulips go?
As the moles are all sitting there nice and fat.
So fat they can't get back into their holes again. It's like,
But that's like one of the things that my mom always did is she took her bulbs and put them in the flower pots. And then some years you have to dig the flower pot back up and just kind of spread them out a little bit because it saves you from the moles eating it, number one, but it also saves the whole, jumping the garden that a lot of your tulips and your daffodils and, plants like irises and things like that, they actually do. So
daisies.
Daisies are another one.
Did you see all the daisies on our hill?
They're beautiful.
Oh my goodness, I love them. They're Steven's mom's favorite flower.
Yeah.
But we literally started with maybe 4 daisy plants out there.
Yep.
And this spring when we were cleaning, I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of freaking daisies out there. And now, I mean, it's beautiful right now, but like the whole side of the hill is nothing but daisies.
Yeah.
I'm like, I did not realize daisies were so invasive and
jumpy.
Yeah. And then there's some weed flower out there. It's yellow. I'll take a picture. I'll send it to you. I don't know what it's called, but I've seen them for years, and you see them like orange, and they're usually like in the middle of they're usually like hot, dry yards, lawns.
Okay.
But Steven saw them, of course, fell in love with them. Now we got like a field of them out there.
Nice.
Which they're cute because they're yellow. They look like, almost like a buttercup type thing.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah. But see, that's kind of nice though, because you have the hills and stuff. So it's nice to have a little bit of a type of plant that'll take that over a little bit.
Let's remember why we have the hill.
Yes, I do remember.
just for the people that are listening, and obviously I've never heard this story, but it used to be we used to call it a grassy knoll. And one year my husband was mowing it with the lawn tractor, and it got caught on a stone and literally flipped end to end overwards. And I was like, that's it. We're done with the knoll. Putting off. And in November, when it was raining out, I covered I planted, I don't know, 400 and something bulbs out there and plants and stuff like that. I was like, that's it. We're done. We're not mowing this anymore.
What a great way to take care of that, though. It's beautiful. You don't have to worry about it anymore. It's going to come up every year.
The only problem is like we like naturalized gardens.
Yeah.
But sometimes I see like the formal gardens where it's like they're all irises here, they're all peonies here, and everything's tidy around the bushes, and it's like, oh, that is so looks so pretty.
Yep.
But then I go back to I like the old English gardens where things just kind of grew together. You know what I mean? There was no spaces. It was just a solid mass of flowers and
like a country, old country
that's
English gardens. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because you had like the chamomile and you had all of the.
Wait, you can grow chamomile?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
It looks like.
I'm sorry, people. I digress.
No, that's okay.
All over the place today.
That's okay. It looks like, that Queen Anne's lace, which you guys love that. It looks like that.
It's not yarrow, though.
No.
And just for you people listening, don't ever put yarrow in your yard unless you want nothing else, okay?
But
this thing,
yarrow.
it took, oh my goodness, I can't even explain how hard it was to get it down to the point where it's manageable right now. It's just an insane plant.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to your composting. Because I always wanted to do it, but I don't know. I'm always afraid. We had such a hard time with woodchucks here.
Yeah.
And I know Bob behind us has issues with the woodchucks diving into his compost pile. Because it's warm in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you get down in there, it's, even during the wintertime, it's still warm inside of that thing, you know? So that's always afraid of, that I'm going to attract something like that. But
well, I mean, that we have the skunks and the foxes and, like you said, all of the wildlife out here, even though we live in the middle of a village, it's like there's still all different kinds of wildlife, and you're never going to not attract them.
It's a village of 1,200 people. It really is a village.
Really funny. People who are listening from like other states, like our friends that are listening in other states, are like, what are they talking about? A village? That's really funny.
But it really is.
But it is. But yeah, you're not going to not attract those things. I think you're always going to get, like, we constantly have the skunk marks, where they're digging and trying to get the grubs and that kind of stuff.
And they love irises.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For some reason, I don't know if they eat them or if they just dig them up because there's something like some kind of grub or something that's attracted to them. But
oh, wow. That's interesting. I didn't
when we used to live in Herkimer, they would come, we'd see them every year and they'd just be digging the irises. I was like, what are you doing? You're not even eating the thing. Like, say the same with the squirrels when they dig up the tulips.
I know. I hate that.
Like, if you're going to dig it up, eat the damn thing, will you? Freaking want to shoot them with an arrow. There's nothing more aggravating than walking around your yard in the springtime and you're like, oh, there's a tulip bulb and it's half eaten. It's got a bite out of it. It's like, it's like taking a bite out of an apple and just leaving it on somebody's desk.
Like the little kids can't eat the whole apple. Right. You have to give them just a half of it.
So yeah, I think compost is great. I know that they've been pushing people to compost for decades. You know what I mean? Because it takes a lot out of the landfills. You know what I mean? And it does make really, really good food. Natural food for your gardens, and I remember years ago I used sawdust in a flower garden, and it just had petunias in it, and they just exploded on it because the sawdust just like broke down so fast, and the dirt was like almost charcoal black. It was so nutrient rich, and the petunias just went freaking insane on it. So I mean, I guess anything that you can do that breaks down in the soil, and helps feed them.
One of the other things I wanted to share too is there's this new thing that helps with your composting. Like you can do it the old fashioned way, which sometimes it gets a little bit stinky, because you got, like, we always used a 5-gallon bucket and you throw your lettuce and your tomatoes and things like that.
Well, anything that's decomposing is going to have an odor to it.
It has an odor. Even if you're taking it out like every other day, it just starts to get watery in the bucket and whatever. So they have this piece of equipment out there. It's about the size of like a coffee maker, like a good size coffee maker, maybe like an espresso machine. Okay. So basically what you do is you put all the foodstuffs into this little compost container and you close the lid when you're ready to do it and you turn it on and it literally bakes everything. So it breaks everything down.
That's how it works.
Yeah, which is really awesome because now you've got compostable material that you can use.
I've seen that. If it's the same thing I'm thinking about, I've seen it on TV.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it's called?
Well,
because I'll call a company and ask for a plug.
Yeah. It's just a composter. It's a composter machine. And it looks like, it actually, to me, reminded me when I first saw it, it looked like my mom's old bread machine, like when the bread machines first came out.
Yeah, I've seen that. I was
like, what the heck is that? Somebody putting compost material in a bread machine? Which probably would work, but I wouldn't do that if you're using your if you're using your bread machine. Don't try it.
If you do, I don't want any of your bread.
Don't eat the bread.
But no, I've seen that machine where they say like almost overnight or 24 hours or whatever it is.
You set it for the time. It's
dry.
Like
it's ready to
12 or 24. 8 or 12, maybe even 24 hours.
That's brilliant. I wonder if they'll ever come up with like a larger version of it.
Well, I think it's a pretty good size. It's like, like the smaller desk garbage cans that you can get.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So it might be just a smidge bigger around than those.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I think that's a pretty good size, So like after
because I was just going to say, because you're such an avid gardener like I am, that you're going to want to like use that thing every day and throw, because then you've got stuff that's ready to go that you can just throw. I mean, is it ready to go? You can just throw it right on your garden?
Yes. So that takes the whole like 3 days out of it, So, but the one thing is right now those are still a little bit more on the expensive side. So they run about $200.
Yeah, because they're new.
They're new. But I think as things kind of go on, I think you'll start to notice those things come down as more people get into using them. But of course, the first time I see that, I'm like, what do you think I say to my husband? Oh my God,
I gotta have that.
One of these. So, of course he's on board because he hates the smelly bucket.
Well, you shouldn't have a smelly bucket anymore. You got the 3 bays, right? Or you still use the bucket?
We take the bucket and we leave it in the back room so that it goes out like every other day.
Right.
But it's still enough to just like, it gets a little, like we put the lid on it.
It's warm.
Yeah, and it's warm in there. So it starts to get, like lettuce and stuff gets watery or whatever, spinach when you throw it in there. So it's starting to decompose. Yeah. Thank you. The decomposition process already in the bucket. So when we take the bucket out and when you throw it, it really stinks. So then we wash it out with the hose and, you know how my husband is. He's dry heaving on the way back to the house. But, and that's another thing. You want to keep your compost pile just a little bit of a distance away from your home.
Oh, absolutely.
But close to your garden so that it's not a real, long trek to put that stuff into your garden. But, so this neat little composting tool is, it looks like it's going to be a great piece of equipment.
Yeah, I've seen that. I just
check it out.
I used to put banana peels in with my spider plants, and they loved it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, they would just grow. I had just one spider plant when I was in high school. It was probably 2 feet around, and just solid stringers all the way around.
Yeah,
it was just covered with all these flowers and little plants coming off from it, stuff like that. Every month or two, I would just eat a banana, throw the peel in there.
Yeah. Well, the potassium. I mean, a lot of these plants too, they like nitrogen, potassium. They're all about those type of rich soils. So that's a great way to do it. But as you know, with my vegetable gardens, I also like my flower gardens. So like you were mentioning, we've shared a lot of our coneflowers and irises and, the things that kind of jump the beds.
Wheelbarrows have come up and wheelbarrows have gone down.
Exactly. Have you Have you actually bought anything this year for?
No, because we're actually we always choose plants that are perennial. Because let's face it, plants aren't cheap anymore.
No.
And then we try to pick plants that we know that we can divide.
Oh yeah.
So hostas is one of our favorite. Obviously coneflowers, black-eyed Susans, Dutch irises, which surprised me. I did not realize how fast they spread.
Yep.
We got some along the side of our pool. It literally put like one bulb in there, and now that probably like 2 years ago, and now it's probably a good foot wide. Just, cluster of plants that come up, and I was like, holy man, I didn't realize those things spread like that.
Yeah.
So that daffodils, things like that, we like. We were surprised. We have one raised garden that has hyacinths in it, and I've never seen hyacinths spread so fast. Like these broke into like almost the entire thing's full of hyacinths now. Oh. So I told Steven, at the end of the season, I got to get those out of there. So, so we can use it for something else. So we have hyacinths throughout the yard instead of just in a raised garden. But that's what we try to choose. So we probably spent a lot in the beginning, but now we try to. We hate like killing a plant.
I know.
I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, I started this plant 3 years ago. I don't want to we divide it, and then we're to the point now where I think we're out of space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we like the amount of lawn we have. I mean, obviously we could, just keep filling in the yard, but at some point we have to stop. So we just moved a bunch of them to the outside of the fence.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing now. We want to fill that whole thing up out there so we don't have to mow it. Mm-hmm. But even out there, it's already to the point where we just put 4 lilacs out there, 5 or 6 coneflowers, probably 2 dozen 2 dozen tiger lilies, a couple of black-eyed Susans. Like, we're gonna have to start we'll have to have a plant sale or something, or just put them out and say for free. You know what I mean? Because I don't know where else to put them anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, I think that truly is a good idea. It's just like give them away, because I think, especially with our neighbors and stuff, because we know that those flowers actually will grow here.
Correct.
So if you're giving them to a neighbor who's just starting out, or, whatever the case may be, because in our neighborhood here, we have a couple of young couples around that are just starting, and they're trying to figure things out and what goes where, and, whatever, trying to make the space their own.
Right. And you don't want, we have a couple plants on our knoll that are unique, but you don't want so many unique things that it doesn't fit into the
scheme of things,
or like the region that you're in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fun to have maybe, a couple pampas grass if you can get them to grow. I've never been able to.
Never really had luck with that.
But we've got something, I can't remember what it's called, but Don, that's kitty corner to us. Mm-hmm. He posted online one time. He knew what it was. I'll have to look it back up again. But they grow about 6 to 7 feet tall. Oh. And it's almost like a stilby type flower.
Oh yeah.
But it's not a stilby. It's something else. It's actually they fit perfectly with this property because they're like some kind of vintage plant.
Oh,
because he made a comment about, it's nice to see that somebody's growing these again. I haven't seen them in decades, and it's nice to see them in the area again. So I forgot what they are, and I can't even remember where the hell I got them from. Oh. I thought they were a weed at first, and we just happened to let it grow. And it's like, oh, that must be something we planted. Yeah. And we do that though. We have a couple of weed plants that we actually do let grow. Yeah. Because we like them. We end up with a lot of those wild tall phlox.
Oh yeah,
and we love them, so we just let them grow.
Pretty.
Yeah, and
well, especially the colors that grow around here, because you've got the white, the dark pink, the lighter pinkish purple. So it really is.
Yeah, and I love when you go to Route 8, and that whole section there.
Yeah, they're off
I think
on
you know
the
where
side.
I'm talking about. As you're going by Sequoia.
Yes,
there, and that whole hill is just covered in. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's really pretty.
But we just realized on the outside of the fence we have the Queen Anne's lace, which I didn't realize how great they smelled, and so now we're letting them grow. That we used to keep mowing them down, until we realized what they were, and we have that. We have some little miniature Black Eyed Susan that showed up here years ago.
Oh,
and so
cool.
we let that just propagate wherever it wants to propagate to. And there's a couple of things that show up. We had a I'm not going to remember the name of it now. I want to say delphinium. We had a delphinium show up in the middle of the wild garden we had. And I was like, oh my goodness. And it must have been just a bird. It must have dropped a seed there and it grew. Yep. And it only grew the 1 year and never came back. Oh. I'm like, damn it.
That's really disappointing when you see some of these things. I like the lupins too. Those are so pretty.
Yes, we had
but they're hard to grow.
Yeah.
I haven't had the best of luck with those.
Yeah, we when we lived in Herkimer, we had a good we did very well with bleeding hearts. Mm-hmm. There's bleeding hearts, and then there's king of hearts, and we had both of them growing, and they were spreading. They were doing really well, and we tried growing them up here. Nothing.
No good.
Wouldn't do it. I'm like, you're only 20 miles away.
I know. I know.
Whatever. So I got here a list of like some of the things that are good for certain times of the and ideas. Didn't you use Copilot?
I was using, can I say it?
Well, I just said Copilot, so there's a plug for Microsoft.
Oh, okay. No, I usually use the Chat GPT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I think I think all these technologies now share some kind of.
Yeah.
So one of the questions was, when's a good time for growing vegetables and stuff like that? And of course, obviously, early summer, top 5 things they had here were tomatoes because they like the heat. The only thing I find with tomatoes, though, you really got to keep them watered because we grew tomatoes for the first 5 years we were here. We had an issue with our watering system and it wasn't watering the plants, and we got none of our beefsteaks came out or our heirlooms. Yeah. All we ended up with 55 trillion cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
Which are just as good, and I eat them right off the vine. But when you're looking for a beefsteak to put on your burger, it's hard to take cherry tomatoes and cut them up into little slices.
Or even just a really good tomato sandwich. Yes. Like that's just really good. Yeah. So as far as the question goes, though, I think that there's a difference between when you start your own plants or like from seed versus buying a plant already done.
Correct.
So that's correct. I mean, as far as like when you want to put them in the ground. But if you say you want the tomatoes and you want to start all of those from seed, you want to do a seed pot, like a seed pod or whatever, a pot, and start it like April.
As soon as if you got a space, Angela knows we built a greenhouse years ago and have yet to put a fucking plant in it. It's gonna be out there in April.
Actually planning. See, now yours would probably work because you've got
it gets very warm in there
and everything underneath it. And Joe had bought me the greenhouse that has the plastic over it, which is great for like early summer. Because it does stay warm, but if you go further back, it's not gonna, like earlier in the season, like January, February, like a true greenhouse, you want to be starting these things January, February.
Well,
March,
ours, if it's a sunny day, you can go out there in January and February, and it's warm. It's in the 60s or 70s in there.
Yeah, I believe it.
But the problem is at night we don't have any kind of heat out there, so you're gonna kill your plants when they. Yeah. I don't know if it would though, because it wouldn't get frosted, but I still think the cold. But
I think you would need some kind of a heat source, like a wood stove or something like that.
So you're 100% correct though. If you're gonna you have to decide how you want to do your garden. We decided a long time ago that we just go down to like Lowe's or Home Depot, and there's 2 more plugs. We should be charging people for this. If we decided to just go buy the plants when they're small, and then put them in the ground, and we do very well that way. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to do from seed, then especially in this region, which I think we're zone 5B. Yep. You need to start some of those things way earlier. You know what I mean? Like you obviously, corn and stuff like that you can get away with by planting seeds. But we tried to do Brussels sprouts one year, and our season just is nowhere near long enough to get to the fruit part. You know what I mean? We got these nice stalks, and All of a sudden, November was here and they were dead.
There was no vegetables. Yeah.
No, it's like, well, what was the point of that?
Yeah. And I think that's, with our area, we either get, it's too cold, too long into the planting season, and we don't have enough of a growing season, and then we're right back into the cold again.
Yep.
And only certain things will winter over. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't realize that carrots.
Yeah.
Carrots, I did not realize, and I don't know who else knows this, but carrots, if you live in a little bit more temperate zone than here, you can actually leave them in the ground over the winter time.
Yes.
And harvest them in the spring.
Yep.
Or whenever you want to. The only problem with that is I did that by accident one time, and we had carrots growing. We harvested them all, and it was probably like November, and I was out there turning the garden over for the next season.
Yeah.
And I saw this orange things. Well, there was a couple of them, and I pulled them out of the ground. This carrot, and I kid you not, and I think I've got a photograph somewhere if anybody ever wants to see it, but this carrot was a good 4 inches round or thick from side to side, and probably about a foot long. And I held it up, and Steve was like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's a carrot." He goes, "What?" The thing was huge. And I took it to work, and I cut it into slices. These slices were bigger than a hamburger bun.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought they would, because usually when they go like that, they get woody.
Yeah, or they just taste bitter.
Yeah. But I think something with the cold weather or something must done, because it tasted delicious. It was sweet still. It was soft. It wasn't hard and woody. But everybody was like, "What do you eat?" I'm like, "A carrot." They're like, "That's not a carrot." I'm like, "You want to try it? Because this is a carrot out of my garden. It's the size of a zucchini." But yeah,
that's really awesome. Though.
I didn't know you could do that with them until I looked it up. Kale does very well up here, and I love kale. And we, unfortunately, though, we grew so much for 1 year. We ate so much of it. I'm surprised we didn't have like an iron problem, like too much, like attracting things.
I know. That was great. I loved when you brought that down.
But kale's one of those things that actually has cholesterol to it. I think that's one of the foods that they use in a lot of the vegan dishes, because it has actually has
like a fat to it.
Yeah, it's got a protein and the vegetable part and a cholesterol part to it.
Yeah.
Which is like, how does a plant have cholesterol? It doesn't have fat, but I guess it's
like
plant cholesterol. Yeah, something, what I mean? But it's got, that's why they use it so much, because it's got those, you can eat it and you still get all your proteins and fats that you need to do whatever
your amino acids and everything from it. Yeah.
I still love it though. And greens. What I love about it is that kale's one of those greens that you can cook and it still stays crunchy.
Oh yeah.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
But anyways, I
Yummy.
digress. You want to do the herb part? I did.
Oh sure.
I don't know what kind of what notes you got over there. But
I don't have any notes.
Okay.
Because I'm so smart. It all just comes.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. I think it's time for a bullshit break.
Yeah, like some of these herbs, like we use all these herbs. Basil, oregano.
Oh, we had an oregano plant that lasted us 4 years and finally died.
Forever.
Oh my goodness, I loved it.
Rosemary's a good one. Thyme, mint. Oh, we know that.
Oh yeah, mint. People, if you're gonna plant mint, put it in a steel bucket before
or something. Yeah. Oh my God, I remember. This is a really funny story. I have to tell this story because last year when you weeded out all your mint, you said, "Oh, I got some mint here for you." So I come down with my little bucket, and I'm like
5 bushels.
I was like, "Okay, I got my bucket," and you're like, "Girlfriend, what are you gonna put in there?" I was like, "My mint." You were like, there's your mint. There was like haystacks full. I was like, oh my gosh.
And we're still trying to pull it out of section and get rid of it. It's impossible.
Yeah, but you should see it at my house now. It's big too.
Yeah.
It's like grown up into like all these bushes, and you gave me like 3 or 4 different types.
I think I know we had, there might have been others, but for sure I know we have spearmint and we had the chocolate
mint.
Yeah.
And then there was one other one you gave me. It was like a...
Was there?
Yeah, like a... I want to say, did you have like a lemon mint or orange mint or something like that?
I don't remember that, but it's possible.
Okay. I thought that was one of the ones.
But I like the spearmint, obviously we use for mojitos and making simple syrup out of, and it's so good. There's just, I think you know, you could take the boy out of the country, but you can't get the country out of the boy. I've always been a country boy. I've always loved the, you know, the farmstead type thing, and having mint or anything that you can go out in your yard and just pick and eat. I just love it. You know what I mean? And mint's one of those things where you can just grab a bunch of it, chop it up, boil it in some sugar water, and you got yourself.
Yeah. Or even if you want to like cut it up, put it in a salad. I mean, we like a lot of the Mediterranean food, you know, so we put that in our, you know, you put it in your tabbouleh, and you put it into.
Now we've got, do you know if the creeping thyme is edible?
I think it is.
Is it?
I think it is. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Because I love the smell of it.
Of thyme.
And we've got creeping thyme out there by the wagon. Plus we also have, didn't really come back this year. We're having a problem with the mint trying to kill it, but we had lemon thyme over by the pool.
Yeah.
So I never checked to see if they're edible. I just like the way they smell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can eat those. The thing is you probably want to have them dried more than, because then the flavor really increases in it, because the leaves are a lot smaller.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Than if you did like regular thyme would be bigger.
I'm sure people, I think I've mentioned this before, and I'm sure people in the neighborhood have watched me and think, you know, I'm either bipolar or I've got some kind of issue going on, because I walk around the yard, I'm just picking things up and smelling and eating. And
it's like even those walking onions. You gave me like 4 of them or whatever, and now there's like a whole row of my garden.
Oh, cool!
Behind my garden is just walking onions.
Aren't they awesome?
Yeah, because they grow up the green stalk, and then they grow little onions on them, and then they just
fall over
and start new ones. And I mean, that was just amazing. So, I mean, I had 4 little ones, and now there's probably like 400 of them.
We've got a whole raised garden full of them, plus plus 3 or 4 buckets of them. They're in the gardens everywhere. And anytime we walk through the yard, because they're everywhere, we'll pull off you don't want the really tall ones, because they get
bitter and
not only that, but they're like slimy inside. I did that one time. And I was like, "Ooh, what is that?"
I want that part. No.
So kind of like the mid-height ones. You know what I mean? But oh my gosh, they're so good.
And before the onion grows on the tip of it, because that's when they start to get a little slimy in there. But yeah, that's like the best feeling ever. I really do agree with you as far as being able to go out there. And even though you guys made fun of me when I planted the lettuce in those little pots.
I forgot about those. I'm like, what is that? Lettuce. Okay. If I had pictures, people, I may, if I can find a picture, if I actually, I don't think I took a picture of it, but I'm going to look back and see if I did. I might put it on our podcast site so people can see. There's maybe a fork full of lettuce. But she didn't give up. She tried all year. She kept watering it.
Well, Capone liked it. He thought it was a treat. Every time I came through, I was like, "We want some lettuce?" Yeah, Mommy.
I gotta go and check my strawberries. I had a couple of strawberries the other day.
Oh, nice.
There's just nothing. You can't compare anything you buy in the store to what you can go pick off.
A vine
or
plant,
whatever in your garden. It's just, the flavor is so different. And when people say that they don't like tomatoes, I'm always like, "Did you haven't had a tomato?" If you think what you're buying in the store is a tomato, it is not.
Right.
And it's just like, the first time I went down to Florida and saw what a ripe grapefruit looked like. Mm-hmm. A ripe grapefruit is like the size of a bowling ball. It's huge, and it's not so bitter.
No,
it's a lot sweeter.
Sweet.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it just amazes me, the difference in between store-bought and fresh. You know what I mean? Not that I'm knocking into the stores, because obviously we need them, but there just isn't a comparison on there. So so on the herbs, we're actually going to do another. We're going to do an herb garden on our fence, actually.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So we're just going to get those little metal buckets that are over there. Oh yeah. We're going to hang those up and do herbs in them. See how it works.
That'll be cool.
We'll see.
Very cool.
Let's see. So what's next? We got flowers. Top 5 flowers for this area. And I do apologize, people. We are doing just upstate New York because that's where we're from. So we're doing the top 5 in each category for us.
Yeah.
So flowers, what do we got? We got marigolds. Well, marigolds are good for putting around your garden.
Yeah.
And because they keep a lot of things out. They don't like the smell of them.
Right.
Or something. Yeah.
Right.
And then we've got sunflowers. We used to have sunflowers by the trillion. In fact, that's what the one thing we keep trying to find is a Maximilian.
Oh, I know. Well, I planted 4 of them, and they just never came up.
I wonder if it was too wet where they were.
I wonder.
Because I think when we had them, they were in the front of our house, right on the driveway almost.
Okay.
And it was very hot there. So I wonder if they like a hotter.
Yeah, could be.
If you ever get a chance to get a Maximilian sunflower, people, you need to get one because they smell like chocolate.
And then they have the lemon ones too.
Oh, do they have lemon ones?
They have.
Do they say lemon? Like,
yes, they do.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, they'll say Maximilian lemon and Maximilian chocolate.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I wanted to get just one of each just to try it.
I love them, and they spread so fast.
I know, and I don't want to give up on it. I want to give it another go. I think you're right. I think I got to move it and just find a new.
Does anything come up at all?
Not just the coneflowers that you gave me in that garden.
What else do we have over there?
Zinnias.
I don't think I've ever. I mean, I know. I don't know.
The hardest part with zinnias is you can't leave them out all the time. Like you got to bring them back in. You know, like so if you plant a zinnia bulb or a tuber, because they're tubers.
Oh, the one of those.
Yeah. So then you would have to bring them.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Skip. We planted. What's the other one you have to dig up at the end of the year?
Gladiolas.
Gladiolas, you do. That's why we don't have any. But there's what the hell else is it? They're big blooms and they're like gorgeous.
Hollyhocks.
No, I've tried growing those. Can't get those to grow here either.
Yeah.
What the hell are they called? We planted a whole wall of them when we were in Herkimer, and they were gorgeous. They grew like 5 feet tall, and they were just covered in flowers. And the neighbor came over, she was like, "Oh, those are beautiful." Then she's like, "You realize at the end of the season, you got to dig those up." And I'm like, "Yeah, you can have them." Nope, ain't happening. I'll dig them up, give them to you. Enjoy them this year because I don't want anything I go back out there and dig up. Once I put it in the ground, I want to be done with it.
It's got to just stay in the ground.
Right.
I know.
I'm not. My brother-in-law, they have gladiolas, and they go out at the end of the season and dig all of them up. But they grow them just like in 2 or 3 rows in their garden.
Oh, okay.
So then they do cut flowers for their house.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the season, they dig them all up and.
See, I have planted them before because I love the way they look, but I'm too lazy to go back out there, and it takes such a long time to do just a regular garden.
It's bad enough putting them in the ground. Now you got to take them back out.
Then you're going to take them out. No.
They used to make a hardy glad for up here because years ago I had hardy glads and you didn't have to dig them up. They would just come back each year.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's what we just have to look for.
I can't find them anymore. I don't know if it was just something maybe it didn't fly as well as the companies thought it would, and did they discontinued it or what? But
maybe they just didn't try long enough.
Maybe that's possible too.
Lavender. Oh, I never do good. I know I love it,
it's so hard to grow.
I never do good with that.
It's so hard.
I know it grows around here because there's actual farms.
Yeah, we should go up there and talk to them. Like, what's the trick?
Yeah,
because I've tried them. And we've actually got, well, they're dead now because the mint freaking covered them, choked them right out. We pulled all that out last year, and now it's all back again. I love mint, but I hate it at the same time. But yeah, we should go up there and ask them, like, what's the trick to getting these to grow?
Yeah.
Because it's hit and miss. Like, we'll get, same thing with rosemary, though. Rosemary's supposed to come back. And
every year.
I've never had it come back.
Yeah, because they say that one of the things is you're supposed to plant rosemary at your garden gate because it's for luck and
really?
It's supposed to like just be like good fortune for your crop.
See, that would have been something fun we could have done. We could have added that in there, like, what different plants and flowers symbolize.
Sure everything means, something. Sure, yeah. It just depends on what your beliefs are and stuff too,
Culture and everything.
Culture.
And coneflowers.
Yeah, we talked about those.
Coneflowers.
I love them. Those are like one of my favorites.
I love them too, and they are probably almost as prolific as the daisies and the black eye Susans. Mm-hmm. We just keep finding new plants in the yard, and it's like did we put that there? And then I look around and like, no, we wouldn't have put that there. That just showed up.
That just shows up, yeah.
And all the pink ones in our yard, like I told you before, all the pink ones in our yard came from $1.97 planted Lowe's.
That's crazy.
It
really is.
You know how they have that, like, you know, it's about ready to die,
yes.
so you can have it for
$1.97.
$1.97.
Yep.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
No returns, no exchanges.
I always do better with those plants too. Like if they're like on the dying rack.
I think because they feel grateful. They're like, thank you.
Thanks for picking
They weren't
them up.
watering me.
That's all they needed really was water and some soil.
That's all we did. We literally took this poor little coneflower. I think it had like one little like quarter size flower on it, and we stuck it in the ground at the corner of the house, and kind of like forgot about it. And then next year it came back and it was much bigger. And then by the third year we had to actually divide it into 4 because it was so big at the corner. And that's where all of them in the yard came from. We just keep splitting them up. And now they just show up in different places. Like, I know I didn't put you there. How'd you get there? So I think the birds must eat the seeds and drop them or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's crazy.
Or they just poop them out. They're flying overhead.
Well, it could be that too. But we're also notorious for, we don't cut down our flowers at the end of the year. We leave the cone flowers.
Yeah.
Anything that's got like a seed head to it.
Yep.
We leave up because a lot of the winter birds come by and
they'll eat
it.
it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Sometimes when spring comes along, it's like, wow, they were really hungry this winter because there's like no seeds left to them.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I did buy some new hydrangeas this year. Well, I say new, but they're the only hydrangeas that I bought. Because, we got the new deck and everything. So I'm trying to figure out kind of a plant pattern there. So I thought hydrangeas would be nice because that deck gets a lot of sun.
Yeah, we still haven't been invited down for a cocktail night, but that's okay.
Well, when it's finally nice that we could actually sit out there, I think Father's Day was the first day that we literally have sat out there.
That was hysterical because walk out the door and walk out from our studio door here. And I look down, I go, I think that's Angela on her deck. So then Stephen whistled and you look down, we're both like, hey.
Yeah, so we lived that close to each other where we could literally see each other.
But especially with the new deck, it's so easy to see you guys walking around out there. And then I think it was a little while later, it's like, yeah, there's little Jay.
Yeah. So we did a Father's Day barbecue and we were hoping that it wasn't going to rain on our parade.
It was actually nicer than I thought it was supposed to be. Yeah, it was very nice that day.
So, of course, you never need an invite. You can always come down and have a drink. I don't know if we can ever always sit on the porch with the way the weather's been this year, but yeah.
And, I think about that sometimes when I'm driving by after work and I see like you guys out in the garage. But then it always looks like you guys are in the middle of doing something. So I don't want to stop and be like, hey, I just stopped for a beer.
Why?
I don't know.
We do that to you. I do. I come down and I'm like, hey, I'm here to swim.
Yeah, if we ever get to that point.
I'm going to get a drink and then I'll be right in the pool.
That's fine. All right, what else do I got on my list here? It's so hard to read stuff on this little tiny phone. Okay, we did flowers, fruits. We already talked about strawberries. Watermelon, I've never had a good... I don't know how that's one of the top 5 things for this area.
This time, like with this kind of weather.
Now.
Rain, it does the best.
Yeah.
I remember the first year I moved back here, I was helping my mom do a lot of planting. And my mom, when she was alive, she used to plant like crazy stuff. And she'd always do things like watermelon, cantaloupe, and that kind of stuff. She said, well, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to give it a try. The watermelons that year were the only thing that actually grew. I was like, Mom, can you believe it? The watermelons actually took off. No tomatoes, no eggplant, nothing. It was only the watermelon.
That was like the first year we were here. We planted pumpkins down there.
Uh-huh.
And the pumpkins grew up over the fence. I mean, that's how tall the leaves were. They're 4 feet high.
Oh, my gosh.
And people were walking by and they're like, what are you growing in there? It's like, pumpkins? So like, no. I'm like, yeah. And it's because there was kind of like a fresh field. Nobody's ever planted stuff like that before. And there was all that horse manure there.
Oh, yeah.
And they they grew. The problem is they grew too fast. We only got maybe a dozen pumpkins out of that. Mm-hmm. But it was still fun to do, you know what I mean? But it was just amazing to see. Like, we'd go out there, it's like, oh my goodness, what do we do? What are these plants doing? You know, they're going to take over the world. They were the leaves, some of the leaves were 2 feet around. Yeah. I've never seen pumpkins like that. Of course, we've never been able to plant anything like that since then. So I don't know what
because all the nutrients, the poop nutrients is gone.
Gone, yep. The pumpkins ate it all. Thought those pumpkins tasted funny. So they're saying strawberries. Strawberries are actually good because they're almost like a weed fruit. You know what I mean? Because once they get going, they just keep shooting those runners off.
They do.
And I've had 2 so far this year, but they seem to do pretty good up here. Watermelon, like we just said, I don't know, hit and miss. We've tried it. Yeah. I think you got to get like those little watermelons. Here, you know what I mean?
Definitely not the huge ones because they won't. I don't think they'll grow. What's the other thing there? Blackberries? Oh yeah.
Blackberries just freaking grow wild around here.
I know we have a whole patch up right next to our garden. We have just a blackberry garden, and it gets full every year.
Oh, that's right too. It's that square.
Yeah, with the little the tripod thing on top of it. Yeah.
I think we've got. I don't know if it's blackberry or raspberry out by the telephone pole. Yeah. And Steven made a trellis out there for it this year because we've been pulling it out like the last 8 years and then finally like fine grow. So we got it on a trellis now and it's covered with bloom. So don't know what it is, but we'll find out. Yeah. I can't remember. I know. But
even if it's raspberries, like raspberries, blackberries, any of those things, they do really well. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I think we skipped one too. It was cantaloupe was the other one we said.
Cantaloupe's another one I can't. I've tried.
But see, that's another one of those hit or miss ones.
I think you've got to start, like you said in the beginning, that's one of those things you have to start in a greenhouse. Yeah. Or indoors, somewhere where they can get to be a good size plant so that you can transplant outside. Otherwise, you need
it has to be a big enough greenhouse where you can just keep it in the greenhouse and then it doesn't get hit with anything.
I need a bigger greenhouse. Yeah. Could you imagine if I had one of those full-size greenhouses, though? Yeah. It'd be a full-time job out there.
Well, that would be fun. I'd come and help you.
Well, maybe in 5 years when I retire. Me and Angela will be out there. We'll move our podcast out there to the greenhouse. We'll just sit out there.
We'll just tell you all about our plants. We'll be those crazy plant people.
Let's see. Figs. Who grows figs?
That's the thing. Like, I love figs. I really do. Like, I did them when I did those gourmet pizzas for you guys. Remember, I did like fig and fig and
I like those too. Because doesn't it? What's the cheese that goes good with that?
I think it was Gruyere or Brie or something like that.
I hate Brie, but I'm sure there's some other cheese I could put with it that I would like.
It was I think I did Gruyere with it. It was fig, pear, and Gruyere cheese. Yeah. But it's hard to find like a fresh fig. Like everything that we buy here is dried, and you have to really to reconcentrate them. You have to take those and put them in water for a while to do that. But I really like them. It's really good. Like if you take some ricotta cheese and then you just do some baked ricotta over the top of it. It's that's really good too. Over the figs.
Now I'm getting hungry.
Yeah.
I've never tried growing them, so I don't know how hard they are to grow.
Well, it's a tree, and I didn't think they grew around here.
I didn't think so either.
Evidently, they do.
Let's see here. What else did we... Do you hear that?
Yeah, sounds like
popcorn. Somebody making popcorn that we don't know about?
We like popcorn. Share with us.
Right? All right. I'm going to take a quick break here because I need more cocktail. And my cocktail tonight just happens to be Crown Royal Salted Caramel. And it is so good. We'll be right back. And we are back. I just want to remind everybody that you can call us and be online with us before, during, or after the show at 315-801-9655. And you can send us an email at at tangotalk.live, or you can send an email to tango@22monty.com. Either one of those will get to us, and we would love to hear from you. Don't forget, we also have a Patreon account, so it would be nice, to get some patrons on board too. We have a lot of gifts that we give away for each level on there, and we would love to hear from you. So that's that, and we'll be back to gardening.
Yeah, we were just talking about some of the herbs that we like and have done good with and not done so
cilantro. We've grown cilantro a couple times,
and that did well.
It grows fast.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, it's one of those things that, like radishes. You ever try to grow radishes?
Yeah,
I love radishes, but unless you're a rocket scientist and can figure out how to space out your because
the seeds are so little.
Well, not only that, but they grow so fast.
They do,
and then all of a sudden, like you have 100,000 radishes, and then you got none.
Yeah. What happened? Yeah.
So I tried one year. It's like, okay, we'll plant this row this week, and then in 2 weeks we'll plant another row, and then if you want radishes for the whole season, because they grow so fast and then they're gone. Mm-hmm. It's not like something you can just keep picking off a vine. Right. You know what I mean? They're one and done. We did onions one year. Those grew great. Oh my god, they grew red onions. Oh my goodness. And then we had them all hanging on the side porch and all braided together in bundles, like garlic, drying out. But we had so many onions, like, okay, let's never do onions again. It's funny because you learn which things grow too well in your soil. Yes. And then things that need a little bit of help. And then things that are like, I'm never growing that again. Yeah. We wanted to do zucchini again this year, but Steven said if we do zucchini, we have to spray them as much as we hate to, because we get those beetles. The beetles. And you see them one day and you're like, oh, look at all those great zucchini. And then it just seems like the next very day they're destroyed. Yep. Once you have those beetles, they just fucking destroy everything.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we don't do Asian lilies anymore.
Yeah, because those stupid beetles are in them.
Yep, the red.
The red ones.
We had them for years, and I mean, just tons of them. And we even had the tree lilies.
Yes.
That grow.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, one year, we started noticing these red beetles. Yep. And they're actually Asian lily beetles. Beetles. Yeah. And they will spend the winter in the root, in the bulb, and then come out again. And we said, that's it. No more of those. Yeah. Which was sad because we really loved.
I know. I have these beautiful, they're called limelight lilies. And we have those. And usually every year I have Joe spray them with this 7. Mm-hmm. And I have him spray the plum tree and all the lilies, and because these little beetles come back every single year. And I only found that out because the one year they grew and they literally came out of their pod and they were all
already eaten.
Holes.
Yeah.
I was like, it didn't even open the pod yet.
It looked like somebody cut lace into your flowers.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
I was like, wait, I don't think they're supposed to be. No, they're definitely not.
No, we had that too. And it's like, oh, are you kidding me? But anyways, yeah. So we decided not to tempt fate here with them. Yeah. But it's funny you said limelight, because we have one of those limelight hydrangea trees.
Oh, yeah.
And we absolutely love it. We're going to see what happens this year, because when they put the fence up last year, they had to chop into a lot of it. So we'll see what happens this year. Yeah. It looks pretty good, but we'll see what happens. I forgot. I get so distracted. It's so sad. People, I got one more year not even 1 year, like half a year or something like that before I'm 60. And I just feel like I feel it every day. We're going to do a podcast about growing older.
Yeah, that should be one.
I get so distracted so easily. All it takes is somebody, a butterfly go by the window, like, oh, look at that. Like, that's not what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me again today. And I missed you for 2 weeks not being here. So I'm glad that you're feeling better.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's not the same.
So happy to be back.
I was going to try to do, this garden thing last week on my own. Yeah. And I got ready to come outside. I was like, well, who am I going to play off from? I can't laugh at myself. I mean, I do that enough already, but it's not.
Well, you could.
It's not. But how do you fake a laugh?
I don't know. We'd have to use our our soundboard.
Oh, I'll have to laugh and record it, and then I could just be like, ah.
Well, that would have been funny.
Probably would have been
us,
funny.
But they would have, everybody else listening would have thought we were a bunch of jackasses.
Those two are really stupid. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in and listening. And, we're still looking for our footing in this adventure of ours. We have tons of fun doing it. We enjoy our time we spend together.
Yeah.
But, I guess, I don't know. I guess we're still trying to figure out our pathway. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how
what
to.
our niche is.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm trying to.
Well, you know what it is too. We've got so many interests and we, have so many things that we enjoy doing that it's hard to just focus on one, but maybe at some point we'll figure out what it is we're trying to do. But, truthfully, I feel like we just have such a great time. That's my whole purpose. So.
I wish people could see you right now with your glasses.
Because I look like a nerd.
They're fun, but yeah, you kind of look like, you go home and play with computers all night long. I don't think I've ever seen those glasses on you before. I don't remember.
I call them my Oprah glasses. They're like the thick rims, but they're fun glasses.
All you need is you should take a piece of tape and just
put them around
put them on the center there. I'll call you Mrs. Urkel.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody. And we hope you enjoyed yourself today. If we put a smile on your face, that's all we care about.
That's right.
We certainly put smiles on our faces because I swear, as soon as this girl walks through the door, the smiling happens, and laughter happens, and stupid shit happens.
That's right. Yep.
Thanks again for listening in, and we'll talk to you next time. Go.
Oh.